Welcome everybody, this is Julie, and I'm so glad you're here to soak in the divine presence of love with me today. So let's begin. Let's start by taking a couple of deep breaths, breathing in, and then breathing out. Breathing in, and breathing out. Let your body begin to relax. There's nothing you need to do for the next 10 or 15 minutes, except simply open and allow yourself to receive this healing. All right. So close your eyes if they're not already, and allow your body to begin to relax for the next 15 minutes. During this time, you'll receive healing and the deep presence of love. All you have to do is be willing and be open to receive it. So I'd like you to imagine that you are standing in front of a pair of beautiful gates. They're the most wonderful gates. And you know these gates very well. You enter through the gates into the most beautiful, secret, sacred garden. As you enter in, you feel the presence of love within this garden, this secret garden. It's filled with the most wonderful, peaceful presence of love. You're very familiar with this garden. It's a place where you've been before. You know it somehow, whether consciously or not. As you look around the garden, you see beautiful trees, flowers, and some different animals. The animals are your friends, and they've come to greet you. As the animals come to you, you feel a sense of love for them, for you know them well, and you've known them for a very long time. So they come to greet you, and you put your hands on them and your arms around them. And it's so wonderful, and you laugh at the wonderful presence of these animals that know you so well. You love being in this garden, the secret, sacred, walled garden. It's a very special place in your heart. As you walk through the garden, you reach some steps, some beautiful stone steps, and you begin to walk down the steps towards the fountain. So you step down each step and they feel so familiar to you. You might hold the handrail and make your way down to the beautiful fountain. It's such a wonderful feeling to be here. You can feel the healing already. This is a healing garden, healing sanctuary of light. But it's not a drifting feeling, it's a very solid, earthy, wonderful feeling of love. You feel very present in this place. As you make your way to the bottom of the steps, there in front of you is the wonderful fountain, and it sounds so delicious. And you make your way over, and you are greeted by the most beautiful white angel presence. This is the angel of love, the angel of the fountain. And the beautiful angel presence, the angel of the fountain, hands you a beautiful silver ladle, and you dip the ladle into the fountain of pure, clear waters and drink of these living waters. It tastes wonderful. It is crystal clear. And you also put your hand in and touch the waters to your face and to your head. Oh, you so love to be here. It's wonderful to be home, really. Such a wonderful place. There's so much scent of the beautiful flowers and the activity of the birds. It's such a good place. There's a soft light. And you feel yourself beginning to land here. You know, when life becomes so busy that we sort of lose ourselves, and this is a time, your time, to allow yourself to land with each breath now becoming present in this beautiful garden of your heart. And the beautiful angel of the fountain puts their arm around you, and you feel so blessed. It's wonderful to be here and receive the blessing, for that is why you're here. And of course your animal friends have come with you around the fountain, and it's wonderful. It's such a nice way to take your time and to relax and to be in this powerful, healing presence of love and grace, and you're enjoying it very much. So you continue on past the fountain and towards the inner garden, the inner secret garden, and there's another lovely gate, as you know, to get into this inner garden, this inner sanctuary. And you approach the gate and you put your hand on the gate, and it feels wonderful and exciting to be going through the gate. And you enter through the gate into the inner sanctuary. It's wonderful to be here. You can hear the sound of water again from the beautiful spring that is in the middle of this garden. The pure, clear waters, you can hear the waters running over the beautiful stones and rocks, and you head towards it. As you reach the beautiful spring, you inhale all the wonderful healing and all the wonderful love. And you know that it's a place to take off your shoes and to be able to dip your feet in these beautiful, clear waters. And so you slip off your shoes and put your feet in the waters, and it's just the perfect temperature. Cool and crisp and soothing. Feels wonderful. And this place is filled with healing and light. And then you step out of the spring and make your way with your shoes to the beautiful bench where you love to sit. It's a lovely bench, it's under the tree, it's cool, and you can see all around the garden. And as you sit at your bench, you are approached by the most beautiful, divine presence of love in the form of a man. He is glowing, shining light, and it is wonderful. As you approach your lovely bench under the tree, you are greeted by the most beautiful male presence of love, a beautiful presence of a man that is shining and glowing and light. He's not an angel, but he's beautiful and full of love. And as you make your way to your seat on the bench, he sits with you. Sitting in his presence of peace and love, you feel the feeling of total acceptance. You're totally accepted by this male presence of love and grace, and that acceptance is wrapping around you, surrounding you. The presence of love is surrounding you. As you sit together, there are no words exchanged, simply the presence of peace and grace. You sit on the bench and breathe in the presence of acceptance and deep, unconditional peace and love. And this time, you begin to relax, like your body is soaking in this presence of grace and love. Gradually you feel your body relax more and more as you watch the garden and watch the animals and the birds as you're soaking in the presence of love. You know you are being healed. You can feel that you are releasing things that either don't belong to you or that is not serving you. You can feel being in the presence of love is dissolving any so-called darkness, anything that's not of light, that's not of joy or your natural state of being. It's like it's all dissipating. And as it dissipates, more and more of your own light begins to glow softly. As you relax and watch the spring and the animals, you are aware that you are beginning to expand. Your whole being, your whole spirit, if you like, is beginning to expand into all directions as all the constrictive energy is being dissolved. You sit and relax in the presence of love, and soon you become aware that you are in the presence of love, and there's so much you want to say, and it feels like it's all sort of stuck inside you because you've had nowhere to really say it. And so, through your thoughts and your words, tumbles out all the things, all the questions that you have, all the wonders about your life and your direction, your purpose, the plan, why you are here. It all sort of tumbles out into the presence of love as he listens intently to all that you have to say. And you know that you are simply releasing a sort of pent-up energy, pent-up thoughts, all things that you're very glad to be releasing. And they're all dissolving into this beautiful space of love. And you're being valued and treasured and cherished, despite your insecurities or doubts and fears. They're not who you are, these thoughts. They're not who you are. And they've kind of become stuck. So as you sort of think them and speak them, and they tumble into the nothingness that is soaking up all these thoughts. The love is soaking up all these thoughts. it's like you're being emptied. And it's as you're being emptied, the real you, the light that you are, your divine self, your holy self, is shining more and more. And it's the most wonderful feeling to be completely releasing to the presence of love himself all the things that you've kind of been carrying or been anxious about or just not really known what to do with. And so it's all pouring out. And he puts his hand on your shoulder, and the light that pours into you it's almost as if you could see it. Some may see that light. You may simply feel it, but you know that you are receiving healing into the depth of your being, the very core of your being, and then from that point outwards. All the sort of psychic energy that you've taken on from the world is being released and dissolved, dissipated, so that the real you can shine. You're relaxing a bit more again now as it's freeing you as you release all these thoughts and worries and simple questions that you have on a myriad of topics. So nice to be able to pour out the questions and wonderings that you have to the source of all love. You're not even really looking for an answer, just a way to unload all the things that you've been carrying. And so soon all that energy is gone and your light is beginning to shine. And you say to this beautiful presence of love, what do I need to do? What do I need to do? And as you breathe and relax, he speaks to you, perhaps in a vision, or maybe a simple answer. You may see a picture in your mind that is the answer, or hear a word. Perhaps he hands you a book, and you open the book of your life, and written on the pages is what would be a good thing for you to do next. Maybe put a bookmark into the page in the book and keep on receiving that healing. It's beautiful healing. You may see the colour of the healing. All the animals are sort of crowding in because they like to receive the healing too. And it's a lovely, happy feeling. The sadness is gone. If you had any sadness, it may have been yours, but often it's sadness from all sorts of different places and people. Sometimes we take on sadness without realizing, and all that is being dissolved now, instantly. This is a happy place, and it may take you a few moments to adjust to feeling joyous, because maybe you've been feeling below par, or under the weather, or off colour, and yet here it's a place of light, full colour light. It's a place of lightness, rainbow light if you like. You begin to feel the worries lifting off you. or even the worries are even lifting off your arms. And yet you feel yourself becoming more and more sort of grounded, more and more solid. You're breathing more deeply because it's clean here and clear. Somehow you can expand. Somehow there's no constrictions. And in fact, you may play with the feeling of being able to expand fully into this place. In fact, you may even stand up and have a little walk around in this sanctuary garden and feel yourself expand as big as you know you really are. And you may find you expand in huge directions because you are a bright being of huge expanse. And it's fun. And you may see colours if you happen to see colours. You may see colours. And it feels wonderful. So you're enjoying the wonderful presence and the healing. And you walk back to the seat. And the beautiful presence of love is smiling, and he's stood up. And he is so incredibly light, almost blinding. And his presence of love is enormous. And standing beside him is wonderful because you're surrounded, you're infused with this love. With each breath, you're breathing it in, you want to soak it all up. And you've let go of all the worries. He puts his hand on your shoulders again, and you are filled with this love and peace. And you feel yourself landing fully, almost as if you'd only been half present previously. It's as if you were earthing, grounding, as if your whole body was landing here fully. Because all these stuffed-in thoughts have sort of not really left a lot of room. But now that you're clean and clear, it's as if you can fully inhabit your body again. And you actually feel the ground beneath your feet, in your bare feet. You don't want to leave. It feels so good to be here. It feels so good to be in this place of deep healing and peace. And you could honestly sit and soak it up for what feels like hours. But for now, it's time to leave. And you give him your thanks. And you look at him and his glorious light shining, and you really soak up the feeling of deep peace that isn't like a normal peace. You breathe nicely and deeply and really allow yourself to relax as much as you can, knowing that your body needs to relax. Your brain even needs to relax, that the constant activity in your life is hard going on you. Sometimes you want to simply be. And so take those few moments now in the presence of love itself to really allow yourself to become fully present. even if it's simply for a moment. You're kind of shaken off all the stuff that you've been carrying, and certainly the worries. And somehow inside you, you know what you need to do next. You know the next good step to take. You know what you want to do. And again, ask him now about your deep desire, the thing that you're desiring the most. Ask him, what's the best step to take regarding this desire? And he points to the book, and you open the book, and on the page that you open the book to is a beautiful picture and words that are very meaningful to you. You can trust this picture and these words. You give your thanks and know that you won't leave it as long before you come back, because it's a place that's far from the madding crowd. It's a place that's peaceful and gentle. And you need that gentleness in your life. You need that peace and that grace and love in your life. You're ready for it. And so you give him your thanks again and say goodbye to the animals for now. You pop on your shoes and start to make your way towards the gate of the inner healing sanctuary of light and back out to the fountain where the angel of the fountain is waiting and smiling. And you might go and put your hands in the fountain and give your face a little rinse, saying goodbye to the angel of the fountain, and then making your way back up the steps in this gorgeous place. You're feeling colourful, whatever that means to you. And then you make your way back into the first part of the garden. And it's wonderful. You feel your shoulders are freer and you can feel that you've been healed. And then you make your way back to the gates, your starting place on this journey today. But you've returned to the gates different from where you started. This time you are healed, clean and clear, and your natural peace will be more prevalent to you. You will feel more rested, more inspired. Your guidance will be clearer. You see, it was always there. Everything that you're wanting is there, but it was blocked by all this extraneous stuff. And now that has been dissolved and cleared in the light, the natural you, the real you, is shining again. And so you'll be able to receive your guidance. You'll be able to know what to do. You have your book in your hand with the bookmarks in it. You are clean and clear. And so you make your way back to the gates and then out of the gates once more. preparing to come back to the here and now and bringing it all back with you. When you're ready, you'll open your eyes, and as you open your eyes, you'll be able to see clearer, as if all the colours and light is more focused. You might want to write a few notes about what you've experienced or any guidance that you received, or you may simply want to drift off to sleep and enjoy the peace during your sleep. Or you may want to get on with your day and have a wonderful day, trusting that things can flow easily again now because the blockages have been cleared. Because everything comes from the inside out. And when you are clear on the inside, everything on the outside will flow too. So I hope you enjoyed this healing today. You can listen to it as many times as you like. And just enjoy it. Put in the comments below whatever you've experienced. And I will speak to you again very soon. So lots of love.